All right, so here we go. Starting in the 1920s to the 2010s, we're going to go one
Ooh.
decade at a time. You got to give me the player that hit the most home runs for that decade. So, who hit the most home runs in the 1920s?
It's got to be Ruth, right?
It's Ruth. Yep,
Yep.
467.
Ooh.
Who hit the most home runs in the 1930s?
Is it still Ruth?
Not Ruth.
No, he tapered off early on. Mantle?
No, that's too early.
Too early. Yeah, too early. Decade too early.
Red Sox, Athletics.
In the 30s.
Yeah. He's like one of the lesser known power hitters for that time, but still put up ridiculous numbers.
Oh, Red Sox and Athletics, huh?
Yeah.
Fox? No, it's too early.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Jimmy
Okay.
Fox. Yeah,
I felt like it was too early on Jimmy Fox.
Yeah, Jimmy Fox, 415.
Double X. Yep.
Okay. 1940s.
Mantle?
Nope. Come on.
No, still too early.
Kind of an easy one here.
I know.
Another Red Sox.
Oh, your Teddy Ballgame.
Yeah, Ted Williams, 234.
That's a really low number, though.
It is, but I think it's just how like they spanned, the player's career spanned during that time. Okay. 1950s. These are all guys you should know. I'm just throwing that out there too.
Now that I'm into the 50s.
Hall of Fame outfielder, Brooklyn Dodgers. Yep. Yeah, he had it. Jimmy Fox, he had it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had it with Fox.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Dodgers in the 50s. Why am I not picking that one up?
His first name is also like a Britain royal title. Like the blank of Edinburgh or
Duke Snyder.
Yeah, Duke Snyder. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm blanking on 326. Yeah. That's also not a super high number for a decade.
No. Okay, 1960s.
60s. So who was hitting bombs in the 60s? Now you start to get into like the days of like the Big Red Machine and that whole group.
Yep. So it's in the Central there, but the AL Central.
Oh, okay. Wrong Central. All right. So
third baseman.
Back in that time.
For the Twinkies.
Oh, in the 60s.
Twins power hitting third baseman there. I think they're all-time home run team leader there.
Yeah, and I am not.
I actually had him on the picture trivia once.
Oh, did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Twins power hitting third baseman. This one's going to bother me.
Yeah, this one should have been a layup for you. This is.
Oh, Killebrew. Hey,
Killebrew.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So 393 during that time. It's pretty crazy.
That's a pretty good number.
Okay. The 70s. This one is also kind of a low home run total, but I think you could get this one. Power hitting player for the Pirates, not Clemente.
So who else in that outfield? Stargell.
It was Stargell. Okay. Willie Stargell. Yep. Willie Stargell, 296. Okay. 1980s.
This is when the game starts to change. Now you start to see a lot more power hitting.
Yep.
So 80s, it's too early for like McGuire and Canseco. They were late 80s, but they hit a bunch of bombs. You had Schmidt was gone by then.
Nope, that is.
Was it? Schmidt. Okay. I thought he was gone early in the 80s.
Yep, 313.
Yep.
Which, I mean, is lower for him because...
It is, but that was also the tail end of his career.
Right. So 313 for Mike Schmidt in the 80s. Okay, so here we go.
He only played like a handful of seasons in the 80s, didn't he?
I think so. I don't know exactly how many, but I mean, still enough to hit 313 home runs.
The guy hit a ridiculous number of home runs.
Yeah. All right. Who hit the most home runs in the 90s?
I mean, based on the summer of 98, I got to say McGuire.
It is McGuire. Yep. 404.
Yeah, It's freaking 70 of them in 98.
Yeah, crazy. Who hit the most in the 2000s?
A-Rod?
A-Rod, nice job, 435. And then the 2010s.
Boy, there's a lot of guys that could be in that category.
It's one guy who just recently retired, like last year.
Pujols?
No, which was shocking to me, to be completely honest.
That he had the most home runs in the 2010s?
Yeah, that it wasn't Pujols.
Oh, Miggy?
No, not Miggy. Played for a whole bunch of teams, but mostly known for the Rangers and the Mariners.
Rangers and Mariners. That's an interesting combo.
Not Beltre.
Oh, yeah, Beltre would have been. That's the only guy I could think of that had that combo.
I mean, this guy played everywhere. Nationals, played for the Padres there towards the tail end.
Nelson Cruz?
Nelson Cruz, yeah. Yeah,
the
Nelson
ultimate
Cruz.
journeyman, but the dude hit 30, 40 home runs everywhere he went.
Yep, 346.
Jeez, that's amazing that a guy like Nelson Cruz has the most home runs in a decade.
Yeah, so again, it all depends on when they started their career and how they span that full decade and all of that stuff. So there's a lot of things that go into
I mean,
that.
those were Cruz's prime home run years.
Yeah, so pretty crazy. But yeah, just had those for today.
That's cool. Some of those, like Killebrew, that one hurts. I feel I definitely should have gotten Killebrew, but like some of those names, it's surprising to see the home run totals.
I did that one because I mean they're all well-known names. So I was like, all right, I think we could muscle through this one. It would be all right. But
yep. Yeah, no, that was cool. It was fun.